Hey girls, welcome back to the channel. I'm Kira from Budget and Heal, where I help women to get out of debt and out of financial survival mode. It is an absolutely beautiful day out here in the park, and I came out here in nature to go over my paycheck budget with you guys. Just a quick disclaimer, guys. You know, if you've been watching this channel, you know that I love to be out in nature. And in nature, while it is so peaceful and calming and relaxing to me, I love being by the water. Check this out, guys. Look at that. Okay. I love being by the water. I love being in the sun. However, there are a lot of distractions outside, like the airplanes, the ducks quacking, so we're just going to enjoy this time in this space because we are in their home, right? So we're going to show them respect and honor how they operate in their home, okay? So I'm going to jump right in, guys. If you don't know, I do budget with me videos, and I'll also bring you guys behind the scenes and let you guys in on my life and what's going on in my life as a registered nurse and a trauma-informed money coach, okay? So this particular paycheck budget, you will see it on your screen. But before we jump into the paycheck budget, I would like to go over the agenda because it's important for me to stay on topic because I know you guys live important lives, okay? And I respect your time, all right? So our agenda for my April 15th paycheck budget, we are going to review my take-home pay reduction, which I'm super excited about, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. There is an update with my retirement plans. We're going to talk about extra income, upcoming events, as well as my next money date. So that is the agenda. It's pretty concise, and I'm doing a really good job of being concise because why inflate it? Just get to the point, right? With that being said, this is my April 15th paycheck budget. Now, keep in mind, guys, that this paycheck budget is for one paycheck only. It is not for the entire month. It is for one paycheck only. And the reason why I created this template is to help remove the overwhelm, to help remove the stress of budgeting for the entire month. This way, you're only budgeting for one paycheck, okay? You'll get a financial snapshot of what you need to pay, what you need to save, and what you need to document for this particular pay period only. One pay period, okay? So for April 15th, I got paid $2,097.79 for my school nursing job. I also had $296.73 paid to me on the same day. And that is extra income because I am a co-advisor for a girls club at the school. For leftover, I had $233.09. That brings my total income to $2,330.88. Okay? Keep in mind, the leftover is just money that I'm bringing over from the previous pay period. If you look, guys, in the income section, it says, count your blessings. Each paycheck is a stepping stone towards your goals. As a reminder, I know I say this all the time, but it is so true. We are utilizing our paychecks to fund our goals and to fund our dreams, okay? So if we come over to the savings section, it says, think and plan ahead. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. So we're being intentional not only with the income that we're bringing in, we're being intentional with the way in which we steward that income, right? So I'm saving $100 in my stress-free sinking fund. I'm saving $400 in my investment sinking fund. And my investment sinking fund is basically a sinking fund that I keep in my high yield savings account for when I like to make an investment. Like I literally made an investment today and yesterday. Yesterday or sometime last week, I transferred $2,000 from my high yield savings account, right, my investment sinking fund, to my Roth IRA because I made plans, and I'll get into that in a few, but I made that investment. So the investment sinking fund in my high yield savings account It's just for when you want to do just that, make an investment. If you want to give to help someone out with something, you want to help someone invest in something, you want to help a single mom, or like whatever you want to do, whatever investment you want to make, that's what that money is there for. So I allocated $400 there, and I allocated $237.16 to my household sinking fund. Now, as a reminder, my household sinking fund consists of, let me see, PSNG, cell phone, life insurance, car insurance, and one more. I can't think of the last one, but that's the household sinking fund. So my total savings for this pay period only came up to $737.16. Okay, look at this. Look like we got company. Okay. Don't you just love nature? So now we're gonna come over, guys, to the recurring bills section where it says pay your bills on time. Punctual payments pave the path to peace. It also increases your credit scores. Okay. So when we look at the recurring bills, guys, rent, it says rent $695. Okay. That's how much I allocated to my rent. Now, as a reminder, I pay my rent. I pay half with one check and then I pay half with the other check. Okay. Easy Pass, I allocated $30 to Easy Pass. Food, I allocated $200 to food. And what I did was I transferred that money to my card from my credit union. And that card is super cool because I can only use it to purchase groceries. So I can only literally use it at grocery stores. I can't use it to eat out anywhere. So it helps to keep me disciplined and on budget, okay? And then gas, $50. I allocated $50 to gas. So that brings my total recurring bills to $975. And that is it for the recurring bills. Now, for the flexible spending, spend wisely. Each decision you make today shapes your financial freedom tomorrow. In our flexible spending section, we have the family reunion payment. That was $150. And then we have parking because I'll be traveling. That was $175.36. And then I'm going to purchase hoodies for the girls club that I'm the co-advisor for. I'm going to purchase 3 hoodies for 3 of the students in the club that wrote their ebook. So we had a challenge for them to write an ebook. And one of the things I like to do in the girls club is to help them to learn how to make money, passive income, while they're young, so they can grasp that concept and begin to work on it, as they get older. So I'm going to buy them hoodies. That'll be $75. And that brings my total flexible spending for this particular pay period to $400.36. Now, if you look over at the debt section, it says, clear your debts, clear your mind. Freedom starts with accountability. I do not have any debt payments. I am going on another credit card holiday. If you guys do not recall, I do credit card holidays every couple of months. And it's basically just when I don't use my credit card. I just operate from cash. And it's super helpful, honestly, because sometimes when you're swiping, that can get away from you because they have research that shows when you swipe, you spend more, right? So I'm always conscious of what I'm spending. I track what I spend, and I just want to make sure I stay on point with my spending, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys about my take-home pay reduction. My take-home pay for my school nurse job was $1,801.06. My girls club co-advisor extra income was $297. Now, the thing is, I actually restarted my full 3B, and I'm so happy and so excited to share this with you guys because you know how down I was about being charged 1.5%. when I only had passive index funds. So basically what I did was I paused it and I gave myself time to prepare for our wedding and do other things. And while I was doing that, though, I was doing research of what type of funds I wanted to invest in. And what I ended up doing was I ended up filling out all of the paperwork. But before I submitted it, I wanted to review it after our wedding. So I did that. So it was pretty much ready. I just had to review it to make sure. And I sent it back to them, and now I'm in a self-directed, participant-directed 403B, in which I pick what stocks I want to invest in, what bonds I want to invest in, and it's through Vanguard. So actually, I want what they're going off over there. They're going off over there, but it's through Vanguard, and I'm just excited. I have it through Lincoln Investments, but I have access to Vanguard's stocks and bonds. And I'm so excited and grateful to James Burr, who put me on. He is a financial advisor with Lincoln Investment, and he put me on that we even had participant-directed 403Bs at the job, as well as 457s at the job. I was not aware of that, so that was super helpful. And now I feel better about it because the previous company that I had, I'm not going to say their name because I just want to be respectful and I don't want to like put anything negative out there. But for me, I just felt like there was no need for me to be paying 1.5% in fees. So now I'll be paying $65 annually. And guys, I say this all the time, 1.5% might not sound like a lot, but 1.5% compounds. Just like in your high yield savings account, how your money compounds and you get that interest. Well, those fees, that 1.5% fees, that compounds, and that lessens how much I'm able to retire with. So that's important to me. You know what I mean? And when I called them, they legit said, oh, you can't transfer it. You can only transfer it from annuity to annuity. And that was another thing. Make sure when you have a 403B, I'm sorry to sound like mom, but make sure when you have a 403B, make sure you're aware of if it's simply a 403B, if it's an annuity, if it is annuity and you don't mind, make sure you know your surrender fee. Make sure you know your surrender fee, your surrender date. Make sure you know the ins and outs. Like how long would it take for you to be able to transfer it somewhere else if you wanted to without paying a fee? How much would that fee be? Ask those questions, right? I personally don't like annuities because I just like flexibility. And when I called them to inquire about this, when I first paused and I called them to inquire, they legit told me I could not transfer it. I could not transfer it. I could only transfer it from them to another annuity. And that wasn't true. I'm transferring it from them to another vendor that's in the district, but they are not an annuity. So they lied. So they lied. It's not another annuity. So they lied. That was another reason. And I follow this Facebook page, guys. It's called 403B Wise. I think I'll put a screenshot in so you guys can see. That Facebook group is very, very, very informative. They tell you about different 403Bs. It is very informative. So just check it out. I'm not saying like you have to leave anybody, change anything. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is do your due diligence to know what you have, to know the pros and the cons of what you have so that you're able to make solid, sound decisions, informed decisions, okay? So that we talked about my take-home pay reduction. We talked about my 403B update. Another update in regards to my extra income, I got a new job. So I'm still a school nurse. I ain't leaving. I am not leaving. I got another job, a 1099 job with a Fintech company. I'm so excited. It's a 1099 and I'm super excited. We just started the onboarding process last week. And I'm so grateful because I feel so good about it. I just feel aligned, guys. Like I feel so aligned. Like when I first started coaching, I used to be on everything. Now over the past year, I've just taken a step back and like, you can't move like that. You have to move with intention. You have to think about creating impact. You have to think about longevity. And that's what I've been doing. And I just been keeping my head down, working, studying my craft, honing in on my craft. I still coach, but I've just been very intentional about what I do, how I do it. Right. So yeah, I'll be starting with the fintech company. And not only that, I'll be doing mentoring, coaching, mentoring, financial coaching, mentoring. I can also help with product development, social media. So like, it's a vibe. Like, it is a vibe. Oh my God. I'm so grateful. Also, in regards to extra income, I just had a speaking engagement with Women's Money Matters Thursday. I had the speaking engagement Thursday. Today is Saturday. I feel so good about that. They invited me to speak at their volunteer appreciation event, and it was so cool because I know exactly what it feels like to drown in financial survival mode, right? And I was a coach. I volunteered for Women's Money Matters, so I know both sides of the work. So I was speaking directly to the coaches at their volunteer appreciation event. They have some amazing coaches in there, guys. And it's an amazing organization in Boston. So that was like, I was like, y'all want me to speak? Oh my God, yes, absolutely. And it was just fun, and it felt aligned. Again, it felt aligned. So that's where I'm at right now, guys. And I'm also planning to go on our family reunion, our 46 family reunion. Shout out to my family. They're having it in this side of the yonder now this year. And I'm just excited about that. I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to, I'm going to bring you guys with me too. I'm excited to see them. I'm grateful to have a family that believes in creating family historical memories. I'm just so grateful for that. I'm so grateful. And then I'm going to spend a couple of weeks with my dad. Prayerfully, I'm working summer school, and after summer school, I might be traveling again to go see my dad. After summer school, I might be traveling again to go see my dad, or to go out of the country. I'm not sure yet, but those are my upcoming events. And my next money date will be April the 28th when I go over my budget. This budget was pretty light. I like that. I like the lightness, the simplicity of it. You know what I mean? And then we do have the cash flow compass in the back of the paycheck budget. And all of these documents come with the paycheck budget, guys. This is the cash flow compass. It says, by embracing organization and taking control, you're not just managing numbers, you are creating your future and building your dreams. Do not forget why you're doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So on the cash flow compass, guys, it just has the categories and it has tabs. You can legit pick whatever tab you want. And this is, I don't think I showed you guys this before. This is the drop down list, right? This is the drop down list for all of the tabs that I typically use here. All of the tabs that I typically use here, right? And you can put in your own, whatever you want, whatever category you have, you can put it in yourself, and you can take it off. It's super, you can edit it in that way. It's super customizable, okay? Then I just put the amount in the categories, the due date, the date that I paid it, and any notes. So like if I'm paying it, if I pay, so let's say for instance, rent, it says pay half from checking account number 1, right? I just make little notes to myself so I stay on point. That's it. This helps you to make sure you're able to legitimately track your income, okay? So you know exactly where it's going. So I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your family and friends, guys. That will help me out so much. Until the next time, guys, later.